How are you doing? Tonight I wanted to tell you a story, and it's a good story. It's a story about overcoming. It's a story about hope. It's a story about restoration. It all begins a few years ago. A young man named Brian came to me. I was coaching a summer baseball program here in the Dells, and he came from another city where he had been playing high school ball that spring. And during the spring, he had been on some medications for different things, and the doctors had gotten the medications kind of tweaked, and it made Brian have these surges of very aggressive behavior. Wasn't like him. And in one of these surges, he charged an umpire in a game and bumped him, and was immediately ejected from the game, and later on, subsequently, discharged from the team, his high school team. This is a big thing for a young man, a big trauma. And so he came to our program that spring, or that summer, in June, for a summer program. And I had no prior knowledge of him or his incident. And so he came and tried out, and the general manager of our ball club came to me and said, "We don't want this guy, he's trouble. Bad news." And I said, "Well, let's let it all work itself out, and I'll keep a tight rein on him. And if anything, I see anything that makes me think that this guy shouldn't be on the team, I'll get rid of him, because I have all the utmost respect for authority, and I don't want kids bumping umpires." So he tried out and was very impressive. He had hustle. He had desire, he had ability, he had strength, he had speed, he had power, he had a charisma, a knowledge of the game that you look for in a young man. This is everything you want in a young man, and he was just excited to be there, worked hard every practice, and we had 3 or 4 practices before we actually made a cut, and I kept him on the team. And the GM told me, he says, "Well, if there's any problems, he goes." I said, "We'll give him a shot. If anything happens, I'll keep a tight rein on him." So we started the season. He started at first base for me, played first base all year long. He led the team in hitting. He led the team in RBIs. He was just an outstanding player, strong arm, proved everything that a ball player could do for us. And at the end of the season, I got a letter from his parents. And in my office, I have this little box. It looks like a little treasure chest. It's about this big, and it's a steamer trunk looking thing, and I keep in it things like this: letters, cards, congratulations, things that, memorabilia, things, your little hope chest. And this letter's been in there for about 6 years now, and I just pulled it out to share with you tonight. It says, "Dear Steve, please accept this certificate as a small token of our sincere appreciation for your commitment of time and energy to these boys the past couple of months." They gave me a gift certificate to go with this. "We especially are grateful to you. As you know, we were struggling to stay afloat with Brian after his episode on April 9th. While he was a member of the high school team, we didn't know how our family was going to recover from the emotional devastation it had on us, and let alone how Brian was going to get his life back in order. He made a mistake, a big mistake, which was caused by extenuating circumstances, some beyond his control, and no one would listen to his side of the story, or let alone give him a second chance. Until he met you guys. I would say that his life was spiraling out of control. He went from a 3.37 grade point student to less than 2 point in 10 weeks. He was hell to live with and worried us terribly. He didn't want to go on to college, which had been his dream, didn't want to finish high school, and it was hard to get him out of bed each morning. We kept telling him that he had to hold his head up, that it wasn't the end for him, and that he just had to get through it. We were not sure if he could. All that stopped the day he tried out for your team and saw that he just might have a chance to play the game he loved and so tirelessly worked at over the years. Oh yes, Brian was back. He realized that maybe we were right for once, and that someone would give him a second chance. Brian doesn't say much, but if he could bring himself to talk to you guys, he would say, "Thanks, Coach, so much for believing in me and not judging me for that one incident. We just wanted you guys to know that you did not just coach baseball these past 2 months. You made a huge difference in one young man's life and basically gave him back his hopes and his dreams." And friends, that's what I want to do with my life. I want to help people who've been kicked down, who've been shoved to the side of the road. I want to help them get back up on the road. I want to help people who've been told you're worthless, you're no good, you have no worth, to let them know that they are a special and unique creation of a loving Creator, and they have a purpose, they have a destiny, and I am able to help you find it. Do I have all the answers? Am I a guru? Am I able to leap tall buildings with a single bound? Heavens no. But I do care, and I do have ability to believe beyond your ability to believe, and help you to see what you can become if you'll only believe. Now, I can give you a second chance, I can help you, but I want to do it through a community known as the Empower Network. It's a very loving, caring community of people, entrepreneurs, who have learned how to monetize these kind of things and how to help you get your message out through our blogging system, our blogging platform that you can join for $25 and get your message out there, get your heart exposed, and get your ideas planted in the universe, and begin to reap rewards yourself back for them. It's an amazing process. It's an amazing process. And we will help you to become empowered. We will believe in you until you can believe in yourself. And if you believe in yourself already, you're miles ahead, and you'll tear this thing up. So there's a button on the left side here. Watch the video on that. Push that button, watch the video, and take a look at see what we have. And I'll talk to you on the other side.